This is King Judah 23 of the Judah Life Podcast, and you watching the Empire Network.
Dizzle beats, that's a vibe.
You know what, talking about Tariq Nasheed, what's your views on Tariq Nasheed? Because he's got this thing called Foundational Black American.
Yeah.
What is that about? Because I feel like that's pure division, if I'm not going to...
It is. But I get it. I don't agree with it, but I get it. This is what it is. There were too many black people from outside Africa, from outside America, going to America and playing the arse. And what it is African Americans spotted this and spotted that there's a consistent pattern. Black Caribbeans, black people from Africa going to America and being the arse. And what the FBA agenda is putting up a wall and saying, no, you guys can't be a part of this if you're going to be on that, raccoon train.
When you say playing the arse, what? Because from what I know, a lot of Africans, a lot of Caribbeans who go there, academically, they're surpassing them. And also business-wise, they're surpassing them. So who was playing the arse?
When they then use that to say, well, that means that you African Americans are lazy. Do you see?
Yes.
And then being on some right-wing conservatism, let's throw African Americans under the bus.
That is true.
Let's pretend that Jim Crow didn't happen, redlining didn't happen, breaking up of African American business districts, breaking up of African American families, the COINTELPRO didn't happen, the Iran Contras and then moving drugs into the black community didn't happen. Yeah, and there's a whole list of things continuing right up until now that the American government has done to African Americans. And so for those black people recently arrived from outside America, you all didn't face any of that. So of course you're going to be doing better than African Americans, duh.
Yeah.
But what's happening is a lot of the people outside Black America don't respect that. And so while I'm not about division, I can't pretend to not know why Tariq Nasheed said that.
Yeah.
I can't pretend not to know why some other people are running with ADOS.
What's that one?
ADOS, American Descendants of Slaves.
Oh.
That's what pisses us off. They have the resources to change the narrative at a huge level. From building schools to buying tech companies to doing all these things that can put us in these playing fields. And you look up and you run his shit away for a goddamn 19-year-old chick for 6-9 figures, or you round here because you wouldn't get therapy pissing on girls and you know what I'm saying? I said, and it's sad because we're like, damn, all the resources you had and you had our backing, or you get like Kanye, where our love wasn't enough. And then you drove yourself crazy trying to get approved by people who was already oppressing you. So when our love isn't enough, you take it outside the community. You don't do what you're supposed to do. And then you're in that every man fight for himself, or you get the ones who don't have nothing on them. And like Monique was saying, oh, they told you don't help me, but they want to help their own homeboy with your own money. You see what I'm saying? So I'm tired of us as the people with the resources not saying I'm standing 10 toes down like we standing for them. They're not standing like that for us. I've been in some of these rooms where these dudes waving like a goddamn piece of paper in the wind. And I'm looking like, bruh. When it's like we have to sit here and say we 10 toes down regardless if I only get this much money. We the culture. We literally are the goddamn culture.
Pastors are sworn into keeping you right at the gates. You will never get past them. Which is why they do not enlighten you on how to be source for yourself and how to provide for yourself and how to awaken and live by the spirit that calls. But instead, they indoctrinate you with master's teachings. And this is why they are master's gatekeepers. And the price that you pay is by paying your energy or your money. And if you know anything about money, you know money is also a frequency. It is an energy. So they will take that in exchange. But either way it go, you still get fucked off with giving your energy to them. They pass the collection plate around, and if you know anything about the word collections, you know that also stands for debt. And this is why even when you go to them for help, they want to know, have you been tithing to the great Lord? And if you haven't, that 10% you ain't been giving, that's the reason why shit ain't working for you. Not only is that your debt that you paying that every time you put the little change up in that collection plate, that is also an offering, which is interesting how, see, pastors know exactly what's going on. They sworn into this shit, okay? It's interesting how they will teach you that it's demonic for a spiritual person, a practitioner, a witch, or something of the sorts to give an offering to their ancestors or a deity that they work with. They'll say that that's wicked and that's evil. But yet the pastor is standing on the altar facing you just like your altar would be, and you are beneath it, appearing to be beneath it, and you are giving your offering to the pastor, which means he is the deity that you are praising. He is the deity that you are connecting with, which is why you can't get no fucking where. And he knows that every time you get to the gates, he gonna be right there, and he'll never let you in. Then not only do they open up the doors of the church, which is really symbolizing your body, opening yourself. I open the doors of the church. You open your body up so that I can access you and penetrate and plant seeds of whatever I want to into you. So you come to the altar and I come bless you by covering your third eye to keep you asleep. They know exactly what they're doing. Then they push you back and you fall back. And you get up with all those sins still on you just to feel bad of all these burdens and all this stuff I'm carrying on me, Lord. And I get up and I still go right back to the altar. I go right back to the gates that this pastor will never let me past. They will never help me get through there. Pastors are Massa's gatekeepers. Mind you, this is the same book, the same religion, the same focal point that Massa was teaching. But see, when Massa can't do it and he want to go sit down, right? He get the pastor to do it. Then to sit here and talk about devil worshipers and how they so evil for eating flesh, playing part in cannibalism. But baby, I'm in church, supposed to be connecting to the great divine. And you have me up in here eating bread that's supposed to symbolize Jesus's flesh, his body. And then I'm supposed to drink this grape juice that's supposed to symbolize his blood.
I used to believe in this. You work hard, you do your best, you'll move up. I believed that until I understood these secret societies. I was like, wait a minute. You have enough people that in this stuff tell you now it's who you know. Then you begin to understand now there's certain ceilings you can hit. That if you're not a part of these if the gatekeepers don't open the door for you, you don't get in. You don't believe me. I'll show you how. They used to have something called guilds. It was like unions. Like if you know what unions are. And you had to be a part of a guild in order to get the work. And if you wasn't a part of that, like it is, sort of like it is now, where if you're part of a union, you get the doors open for you to get certain work. You understand what I'm saying? They hold the keys to that door. And when you get with them, they get you better jobs, more higher paying jobs. And you get job security more than if you was out here on your own getting lower paid jobs because there's nothing backing you. But for them doing that for you, you pay dues. You must pay them in order to stay in their guild. You got what I'm saying? What this is how it kind of works is that the boule are the brightest. Now, okay, let me hit you with this first to give you some understanding. This is where the boule is formed by the Greek fraternities. The black Greek fraternity. I told you it's all about the Greeks. It's the black Greek fraternities, and these that was formed in Howard University and a lot of those famous black universities, and it's also part of the Prince Hall Masons and the Elks. These are the secret societies in the hood that you don't even know that they here. These are the people, these are your councilmen and your aldermen and people that get up in high positions, and you wonder, how do they get in them positions? And it don't matter how well this person is liked or loved, if they don't have the favor of the king, they don't get in. The advisors of the king, they get in because they are going to do what the king wants them to do, and that's to kill any black messiah. That was the goal. That's how they killed Malcolm X. Malcolm X knew about the boule. And if I really want to bless you, to really mess you up, Martin Luther King was part of the boule. They killed him because he went against them. He was in it. He went against them when he started talking about white stuff. And white stuff was that Vietnam War. When he started talking about the Vietnam War, it's over. That's their business. This is the king business. Your job was to manage the Negroes. We put you in a position. Y'all heard what I'm saying? This is the reason why Jesse ain't done nothing. Al ain't done nothing.
These are 33rd degree Freemasons. How they gonna do something when they in a position to manage you for white supremacy? You dig? Facts. Didn't think you'd learn at a church, huh? Holla, I just want to help you. Because you need my help. Hood Apostle, 2K23, out.
Struggle since the 60s, you will see nothing but betrayals by the petty bourgeois elements in our society. The African bourgeoisie is the most corrupt bourgeoisie in the world. In Africa, they seek luxury in the midst of mass suffering. There are more Mercedes in Africa than in any other continent in the world. In America, as soon as they arrive at a position based on this blood of the people, they snatch that position and run away from the people. But you must not think that they represent the people. They only represent their opportunistic self, using the people every step of the way. So you must not be confused. It must be clear then, for the 60s, the class struggle in the African Revolution must be more ruthless and uncompromising than in any other revolution. Here then the masses must come without pity and without mercy to trample upon these reactionary pigs who, after the people have gained struggle through their blood, come to hand back the gains on a silver platter to the very enemy the people fought. This will come as a natural consequence. The people themselves are everywhere screaming that it's time for them to deal with these reactionary pigs. Even in America, they say, our leaders must be held accountable. They're only saying here that these people must be accountable to those who made it possible for them to get there. Thus, not only is the revolution inevitable, but it is clarifying itself and it is qualifying itself. For the African masses everywhere, the clairpoised position now for class struggle has become inevitable and irreversible. The petty bourgeoisie everywhere will be running for cover, but the masses will spare them not. Consequently, we who have dedicated our lives to the people's struggle, we who, knowing that the people will always be free, we, understanding that we must make a contribution to qualify our struggle since the 60s, have been dedicating all our energies to only one task: the organization of the masses of our people. The organization of the masses of our people. We are not running for mayor, we're not running for president. No changes can come from the top down. We're not stupid. Changes can only come from the bottom up. The masses and the masses alone can make them. If you want to learn something from the 60s, the lesson is simple: organize the masses of the people. Thank you.
You gonna sacrifice? It's your cousin, ain't it?
No, he coming back out. It ain't like that, man. He got a visitor before.
This shit is real, man. I don't know. And I never got no visit like
no,
that.
and the way, and listen, they
that
say
shit ain't real, man.
You think? I don't think it's real.
Look at you, look at.
Oh, look,
how you know? What have you seen to where you feel like it may be real? Other than all of the conspiracy YouTube bullshit videos,
right.
You know, everybody make those.
Right.
Other than that, what have you seen that can prove that that any of that real?
Right.
Truthfully.
You know, I heard about them visitors that come.
From the source?
I can't say that, but it was some visitors.
I'm saying you don't have to say the person's name, but you have heard from a source.
Somebody told me and Gil about a party one time.
Sheesh.
And
you ratting on me? Nobody tell me about nothing.
Oh no! Nobody never told us about the party.
You're snitching, man.
Hold up.
Tell me. I want to hear this.
Somebody,
I don't want to hear this.
I ain't even gonna say nothing then.
No. Go ahead. I am curious though. I really am curious,
man.
I'm curious.
Somebody told me and Gil about a party.
Yeah.
And we didn't believe this person. And he showed us a video of some shit we never thought we'd see from somebody in the culture that's strong. That's all I'm gonna say. And that's when we knew.
How the hell did he have the video?
Because
that nigga was there too.
He was
there to recruit you. And this is the nigga.
No,
it was
his connection. I didn't know.
The f*** out, man.
Oh, it was his homie.
He didn't get jumped in.
But tell me.
It was crazy. It was crazy. When he showed us the joint,
he's sacrificing you.
He was like, Gil, you remember that? He said, Gil, you remember that night? And in the back, I see Gil walking by.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
I said, wow.
Because I seen a picture with him and
R. Kelly.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of
We're looking to sit at the grown-ups table, are we? It's not as simple as that, James. The consortium is owned by a private organization. All newcomers have to be agreed upon by committee. And besides, why does a cool, mellow fellow like yourself want to hang around with a bunch of stuffy old white guys? Same reason you want to hang around with stuffy old white guys. Connections. So let's keep it real. I'm just an old mellow fellow. Just shucking and jiving. Good walking, basketball, playing, singing, dancing, taking out the world garbage. That's what I am to you. You're right. You are Africa. And myself and my friends, for the most part, don't care for the company of African Americans. Quite frankly, we're entertained by you. We're thrilled by your high-flying acrobatics on the basketball court. That wonderful sense of rhythm you have. Your animal athleticism. But apart from that, we have no use. Understand? I mean, let's face it, James. Do you set a place at your dinner table for your pit bulls? Now, is this keeping it real enough for you?
Damn, Gilly the Kid, that's how you feel, man? So if y'all ain't heard, most recently, Gilly the Kid came out and stated that if he was in a position to help somebody who he saw had more talent than him, he wouldn't help them. You know, he felt like, you know, they could possibly take his position, you know, and stop him from feeding himself or his family. But isn't that the same thing he cried about Jay-Z doing to him back in the day, which stalled out his career? Maybe Jay-Z felt that way. Maybe Jay-Z seeing that you had a lot of talent and that you might possibly, you know, catapult yourself over him, you know, and be the #1 rapper in the game. So eye for eye, tooth for tooth. So you had that mentality all along. You didn't even have a right to complain about the way Jay-Z did you, because you feel that anyway. You feel that way anyway. You know, so if y'all haven't heard this, man, I'm finna play this video for y'all can see for yourself. Like, he really said this. He gatekeeping. He blackballing people in the industry. And if he ever had any artists on this label and y'all never got a chance to shine, now y'all know why. Y'all check out this video and let me know what y'all think in the comments. It's your boy Rich Ones. Love.
If I'm an OG, right, and we all work different, and I see that young is that. I know that he's more in tune with the culture right now. Everything around the board. He young, he got me beat everywhere around the board. That young gotta come take my job. I can't put that young in position to get me out the way, and now I'm running around, can't feed my family.
I think it's too much money out here for all of us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but it's only a certain amount of positions that's right there.
Now you right.
What I'm saying.
Okay, so this is a big topic that needs to be discussed and learned. In order to protect this ministry, I have been led to upload this week's video directly on my website and on Patreon. I don't feel this content goes against YouTube's guidelines, but I cannot gauge how they determine this. So content like this, I will be uploading on my website directly from now on. Just trying to play chess and move how Father leads me. You can go directly to the video from this link. The link to the video is in the link below, and I will also pin it to the top of the comments as well. If for whatever reason the traffic on the site slows the site down, please come back later and it will be resolved. I thank you for your support and understanding. I've just been praying on how to better navigate during these times. I hope this message and information blesses you, because I believe it is very important to understand and know. Thank you again for your prayers, kind words, and support. Be blessed. I love you all.
I remember being in college and sticking with girls that either came from where I came from or men. I can speak to this because I am a person from the hood. And someone told me I'm not ghetto presenting. So you can make whatever generalizations that you want from that. But I remember thinking that all skin folk was kinfolk, until I went to college and realized that there were certain groups of individuals that did not look my way because of where I'm from, my experiences growing up and my lack of experiences growing up. Because a lot of women that weren't from where I was from or places that where I was from would not even look my way. It's not until now, as a professional, that they have tried to start integrating me into their circles, or even started reaching out to communicate to me. And it's always, Tell, you were so cool in college. How you knew? You didn't speak to me when we was in college. Now that I am a professional and we're running in the same circles, I fit their ideal. Oh, now it's, have you been here? Or we should hang out. Girl, when we was on the yard and we had all the space and opportunity and less obligations, no kids, no jobs, I was readily available to hang out with you, but you didn't want to hang out with me then.
They never freed us. They just found new ways to own us. In 1712, they created the house Negro, not to be free, but to keep the rest of us in chains. He ate what the master ate, wore what the master wore, and loved the plantation because he got to sleep in the big house.
Their loyalty wasn't to us. It was to power, to whiteness, to survival, at our expense. By the 1900s, they gave them a new name, the Black Boule.
They handpicked scholars, preachers, activists, gave them titles, degrees, and a seat at the table, as long as they never flipped the table. Then came the 1940s. They expanded the program.
Actors, singers, athletes, dancers, all sold the same line. You're special, you're chosen. Just entertain and keep the rest of them asleep.
And it worked. Today, the house Negro wears designer, drives foreign, signs NDAs and million-dollar contracts.
They're told, if black folks get free, you lose the bag. This isn't evolution. It's a polished plantation, run by faces that look just like yours.
The black bourgeoisie is a group of coons.
A group of coons.
Financed, educated, and totally loyal to the slave master's agenda. They do not think black, they do not act black, and they don't make no shame about it. You follow me? They'll walk through here with their white wife and look at you like something wrong with you. Yeah, she flat in the back and, okay? The black bourgeoisie is basically 5 groups. Politicians. Entertainment.
Right.
Higher education. So the political bourgeois, entertainment bourgeois, higher education bourgeois, economic bourgeois. It's that top 1% black income, right? And then the most dangerous of the 5, religious bourgeois.
Cultural gatekeeping is definitely a big problem when it comes to the black community. And I already know I'm gonna get some stick for this, but hey, it is what it is. Like, I gotta say it how it is because it's the truth. Some of the older folk in the black community like need to be held accountable in some way. Now, I ain't saying it's all their fault, right? But like, we have to put some onus on them. Cause definitely some of the things that, you know, the older people in the black community try to portray onto the younger black people, like in the black community, is like it's cultural gatekeeping. And the older people in the black community have definitely done this, whether they have known it, whether knowingly or unknowingly. They have definitely done this. And if you're black and you're watching the video, let me know if this is true. But I definitely think this is a fact. They hold on to outdated mindsets of survival, success, and identity. And don't get me wrong, I understand that some of the things that y'all went through back in the day, it impacted your life like in a significant way. Like, it wasn't, you know what I'm saying? And it's not something that you can easily get over. Like, I'm not going to sit up here and act like, you know what I'm saying, there wasn't real oppression and real challenges. However, the truth is that the advice and the expectations that y'all are giving nowadays to the younger generation is just like, bro, it doesn't fit the modern role structure. And what it inadvertently does is basically it poisons the minds of the younger generation and leads them to think they believe something that's just not true anymore. And from there, they attain the victim mindset, and then they go down a path that does not have success in it. But yeah, this is not me saying, oh, like, you know what I'm saying, you shouldn't tell the younger generation about what happened, you know what I'm saying, and tell them to forget about it. But like, bro, like, the solution is definitely not to have them think the way that y'all were thinking back in the day, because like, bro, like, it just doesn't work. Like, things and times are way different now, and or skin color is not holding us back.
All right, good day, people. Yesterday I did a video on the N-word, and TikTok said I was in violation of the community guidelines, so they pulled it down. And you know, there was actually a lot of truth in that video. So I'm gonna have to redo it because I'm gonna address it. So I want to say something to you black folks today that's still on the Democratic plantation. The Democratic Party was the one behind the Jim Crow law. The Ku Klux Klan started in the Democratic Party. The very party that you're defending and stand for was behind that. But even more than that, you need to understand that you got black handlers in the Democratic Party who's intent on keeping you chained to the Democratic plantation, folks. Now, a lot of you, your values don't even align with the Democratic Party. That's the first thing you need to look at and examine, especially if you call yourself a Christian. Do you know what the Democratic values are, what they stand for? It's easy to watch the news and see the values of these different networks, whether they're conservative or they're liberal. That's a very easy thing to look at. But I'm gonna call out one of your gatekeepers, one of your handlers. Oh, Reverend Al Sharpton. I know when they put that Negro on TV, he got moved into the big house, folks. He getting paid to keep you Negroes in line and on the Democratic plantation. That part. So get your head out the sand. Call it like it really is. Don't hide from that truth that's right in front of your face. It's a great day to be an American. That's what I am. I'm an American. And I love America, and I love what Donald Trump is doing for America. And I appreciate what he's doing. That man going through a whole lot, man. And he got the balls to keep pressing. Appreciate you, Donald Trump. Make America great again. Peace and love. Have a great day, folks.
Boule is formed by the Greek. This is the reason why Jesse ain't done nothing. Al ain't done nothing. These are 33rd degree Freemasons. How they gonna do something when they are in position to manage you? It's the Black Greek fraternities, and these that was formed in Howard University, and a lot of those famous black universities. It's also part of the Prince Hall Masons and the Elks. These are the secret societies in the hood that you don't even know that they here. And let me bless you for real. The real power of this is in the church. See, a lot of these preachers are in these secret societies, and that's why they can't preach anything. Their job is not to enlighten you. Their job is to house you. It is to pacify you. It is to give you a good feeling about your suffering, but never cause you to say there is a reason behind this. These are your councilmen and your aldermen and people in.
And y'all, this why I be dogging the older generations the way that I do. Look at these spring break videos and look at these comments. Okay? This is why I be talking about them the way that I do. Because consistently you see a pattern of they get to experience something, they get to have something, and then once they get it, they don't want nobody else to have it. And as a millennial, I find it quite triggering because they did the same shit to us. Like, y'all had Freaknik, y'all had all the stuff y'all had. These motherfuckers had Woodstock. They had all that shit. But now, once it gets to the younger generation and it's daytime, you know, up to bat, they trying to shut it down. Florida boycotting and voting against and pushing the college students out from having spring break on the beaches. I'm from Florida. I'm from Orlando. pushing them out from having spring break on the beaches. And this is what they always do. They get the benefit from the housing market and buy up houses for the low. They get the good jobs, get that shit for the low. They get to get all the government programs, get that shit for the low. But then once it comes to the younger generations, they don't want the younger generations to have nothing. Hell, I don't even know if us millennials finna have Social Security. Cause I'm telling you, they want to get it and they don't, baby, they don't even want to pass shit down in their wills. They don't even want to do that. This is why, listen, and I'm going to keep talking about them like a dog, too. I'm going to keep talking about them like a dog, and I'm going to keep sitting up here bringing it to their attention. Stop doing this shit. Stop doing this weird-ass shit. And millennials, when we get old, remember, when we cross 50, don't do this shit. Remember how the hell they did us, and let's make sure that we don't do Gen Z, Gen Alpha, and Gen Beta like that. Make sure we don't do them like that, because this shit ridiculous.
The 5 major gatekeepers, black bourgeoisies, for white America against black America, help them control their Negro problem.
Making me nervous.
Right? Reverend Al Sharpton, hands down.
I kind of believe, I'll give you that.
That don't mean he ain't done some good things.
Okay.
Ben Crump, Attorney Crump.
I'll do some research on him.
I'm going to give you a group.
Okay.
The Congressional Black Caucus. This is every black congressperson in D.C.
Okay.
LeBron James in there.
Damn, you think so? Hold
on. Listen to what I'm saying. I like LeBron as a person. Stay with me.
Slow down.
Great father.
Okay.
When I remember what the job is.
I'm listening.
The job is to not give voice to the true issues that affect black people. Remember, the NFL gave Jay-Z that contract.
Yeah.
As a way to distract from the fact that they wasn't going to give Colin Kaepernick his job back.
That was a distraction?
Yes.
Well, he been putting nothing but black entertainers on the stage at the
That
Super
ain't
Bowl.
the point.
That ain't
Colin
good?
Kaepernick lost his career because he protested police brutality by taking a knee, and he never got his career back. Give him his job back. Giving Jay-Z a contract to distract from the fact that you oppose justice for black people is not acceptable.